to give you a step-by-step live tutorial on how to take your American Girl doll from ordinary to extraordinary. So while the live is right now focusing and showing you the peaches and cream, I am preparing my supplies in front. My brushes are already set up. My fresh water is available. I'm getting my paint together. Okay. Today I'm going to be working on my ethnic American Girl doll. I've been meaning to give her a makeover for quite some time now. And I suppose today is the day I'm going to do that. So what I've been doing this week is repainting dolls I've been wanting to get done before next week. I am using Americana acrylic paints. That's the type of paint I use. Acrylic. The reason why I use acrylic, it's fast drying. It's easy to maneuver. With a little water, you can create all different shades, thickness. Makes it so much more easily to use. It's very diverse. I don't use oil paints myself. They take too long to dry. And they're sort of like it's like liquid chalk. But my peaches and cream is done. I'm gonna zoom in on her. So she's dry, she's finished and complete. And I redid her curls. I will have her displayed in my room. Now you can see all these gorgeous curls. I believe I have all the paints I'm going to need. I do have my camera at a different angle today. Oh my god. Now I forgot how to maneuver this thing. Okay. Okay, I have my brushes. They are readily available. I got these little jars, they had fruit in them, so these little jars are amazing and they're glass. Love glass. I'm going away from plastic altogether pretty much. So we're getting our paints together. I'm using this brush cleaner. So we are going to get our color set up, our sealers, paint remover, all of that. Let me see. Are those the only colors I need? Okay, so today I'm working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm working with 5 colors. We have peony pink and ebony black. Yes. What Dixie? Dark chocolate brown, sable brown, and titanium white. Those are the 5 colors I'm using, and I will be blending and mixing them to create unique and different colors. Alright, we got our sealers backed up there. I have my acetone. Okay. My sponge over there. Okay, move this. Put that in there. Alright, so as I'm setting up, this is our lovely girl that we will be repainting today. And I've had her for quite a few years. She's a truly me doll. Okay. I need to pull her hair up. Now, this is synthetic hair extensions that I have exclusively, that I use. They do not have short hairs. And it's made of Kanakalan. What is it? I love you too, Miss Pixie. Okay. Brushes and glasses. We got coffee. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Happy Independence Day. What's left of it? Okay, I'm looking through. Okay, we're going to use this brush. And yesterday I had to take and do a custom brush for lashes. This one. I had to throw the other one away because I've had these brushes 3 years. And these, the black ones, these are my newer ones. Thanks to my moderator and her husband for gifting them to me. Okay, let me see. So we're going to take our American Girl doll from ordinary to extraordinary. Alright, I think that's enough there. Okay, so put our brushes here, water. Alright. Oh my goodness. I woke up to so many suggestions from YouTube this morning with artificial intelligence, of course. I was quite shocked with that. Alright, so we got our napkin. I should have ate something before I got started. Okay, so I'm gonna set this and this like that. Okay. Yeah, that looks about good. Rearrange this like this. Don't worry, later on, possibly later this year, I will probably have a more larger size scale table to go in the middle of my studio where I will be doing my videos live with painting. think I'm ready to get started. Okay. I like her in this outfit. She's very cute. And let's see what kind of look we can give her. Now, I'm going to try and give her a more, what I call a natural beauty look. Of course, a makeover. I want to keep it cute and simple. So I will be moving my camera and everything. Okay. I'm still getting used to how to adjust this. And to give you, the viewer, a better view and experience. Hold on, let me do that up. Now come down. Alright. There we go. Wipe my glasses. Now my Tanny doll that's being treated on her leg for a stain, I am going to be making her over as well. Tanny Grant. So all of you American Girl doll collectors, you know who I'm talking about. That was the first and last year we had a darker skin tone girl of the year. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are seeing the new Barbie-esque look on the new American Girl dolls. As I told you last year, that was coming. What is wrong with her eyelids? No, I've never repainted her. The coloring on her eyelids looks a bit odd. I don't know if you can see that, but I know that she's never had an eye swap, but it's discolored. It looks weird. Yeah, you can see her tracks, her wefts, but that's because her hair's up. But it's good. It doesn't matter. It's still pretty. Yeah, I'm looking at that. I may have to touch her eyelids up. She's got beautiful brown eyes. Alright, let's get started. We'll start with removing all of the original paint. With my favorite magic liquid. Now, I do not recommend this for anyone underage, or if you are underage and your parents could let you do this, of course with adult supervision. This is my favorite face sculpt. This is called the Sonali face sculpt. Sonali was, I believe, the first darker skinned American Girl doll to use this face mold. And she was featured with Girl of the Year Krissa. And there is a movie of Krissa in the Girl of the Year. Her story was based about being bullied. And unfortunately, that is a crime that has been going on for some years now. So if you have not seen Girl of the Year Krissa's movie, you can check it out or purchase it online. It's on, I believe it may be on YouTube, where you can watch it for free. Because that has been something that's apparently never gone out of style with that. It's been happening for generations. Okay, so I'm gonna have to redo this eye. I don't know what did that, but I didn't. But then I've had this doll for a long time. I've had it for years. Okay. That's removed a little bit of that. So I can touch this up. I don't think I painted that. No, I'm certain I didn't. Now, look, you see now, American Girl, what is this white stuff around her? They now make the fabric bodies match the doll's skin tone. Oh god, that's something I pointed out years ago. Okay. By the way, the new hair play dolls, they're giving Bill Greening's design of Cool Clips Barbie. So if she sort of gives you familiar vibes, not totally hair, but Cool Clips Barbie from, I don't know, I think early 2000s or something. Yeah, the Girl of the Year dolls are giving that vibe. So before, American Girl dolls, the ethnic dolls, they did not, their body, the fabric did not match the skin tone. And that was something I pointed out, God, 10 years ago, maybe more. So now, the body fabric is the color of the doll. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. It took them all these years to do that. Shocking. All right. Let me see. I feel comfy. I think I'm gonna end up. I'll probably end up having to get another chair for my computer area, and I need a pillow. Looking at her skin tone. What is the year on the tag? 2013. I've probably had this doll since 2013, 14, something like that. Because her body's pretty soft. I'm trying to figure, what is that? I don't know. Okay. I'm going to clean her vinyl with some alcohol. Now, I use a 70% or 90% percentage proof of alcohol. It can remove paint. But it's really good to disinfect and to prep your doll. Yeah, it removes some of the paint off the eyelid, which is fine. Look at that, see? So I'm cleaning off all of her vinyl. Yeah, like I said, I've had her for some years. And I've been meaning to make her over for a long time, but I don't want to do an aggressive makeover. As you notice with my peaches and cream, the brush I used the first time around, I've been using it for 3 years, so I had surpassed the time to replace that brush. But when your paint is not coming off onto your doll, it's because it's pretty much time to get a new paintbrush. Or just take one and customize it like I did during the live. Okay, so we cleaned her with alcohol. Now, alcohol is also a good way to clean your doll's skin, her vinyl, to remove dirt. So you just get a nice, one of those jumbo cotton balls. And if you're buying used dolls, you can clean their vinyl like this. That's with any doll. Also, you can get fabric cleaner for the body. So if you don't want to wash it, like I did show in our previous video, there are other ways to clean your doll. But if it's used or from eBay, I do highly recommend using that cleaning tutorial I did to clean your doll. So, I think I'm actually going to start with her eyelids first. And I'm going to have to mix a couple colors. First, I'm going to choose my brush. Alright, I think I'm going to go with this one. As a doll artist, I'm used to this, so I'm going with this size brush. These are very smooth and soft. Okay. I'm going to move the acetone over there, out of my way. And I'm going to use a little bit of, yeah, her eyelids have discolored over the years. I'm just glad that, so when I started getting into American Girl, they used to get silver eye because they used oil paint for the coloring of the eye color. And what caused the silver eye effect would be where the oil paint that they used to give the doll's eye color from the 80s and 90s, it would start lifting off out of the acrylic or glass, whatever the doll's eyes were made of back then. I do not have Pleasant Company dolls, and so that's how they would end up with silver eyes. American Girl did replace them for free. Now this is going to dry darker, so it looks like an exact skin match, but I'm going to have to make it a little bit lighter. Because again, acrylic paint dries darker. So if you have an American Girl doll and eyelids are discolored, well, this part of my repainting tutorial is perfect for you. I'm adding a little water to keep my paint smooth, well, to keep it moist, wet, and also to make it more liquidy, where it's more easier to control. Now, this will darken, and if I need to make adjustments to the paint color, I can. It's good to let it get one good coating. Regardless of what shade it is in the beginning. Okay. So now I'm going to remove any little paint that got on her vinyl. This is also a good way to do a restoration with the color. Now as that dries, it's going to get darker. And I'm adding just a dot, just a drop of my dark chocolate Americana paint onto my plate. So, oh, did I throw that little pamper away or something? No, there it is. Okay, so this is where I showed you how to learn how to draw on paper and then you paint for an eyebrow. Now, acrylic paint dries pretty quickly. And so, like I said, I do add water. I mix water with my paint. It makes it more blendable. It keeps it rich and smooth. Because these paints, I like Americana. I like the texture. It's a rich, smooth texture. Oh, look at that. Now, you see how much darker the eyebrows got as it's drying? So that's the thing about acrylic. So if you mix your paint while it's wet and it looks like the perfect dream color, well, don't get attached because it's going to get darker when it dries. So maybe try to have it about 2 shades lighter, then it'll dry 2 shades darker. Actually, that looks pretty good, but yeah, look at that. It matched perfectly. Now, I think some people wonder, how do I know how much to mix when I'm doing this? Actually, I've been doing this now about 20 years. So before I was on YouTube, I would take doll making seminars, and so I was making dolls before I was repainting American Girl. My friend Shirley got me into American Girl, and Steven's Border Dancer. I watched her video. Well, I watched her videos a lot, and I would see other people's videos. I never really got into the stop and go motion videos, but I would watch some of them. And I remember Amy Selfin. She got bullied out of American. She got bullied so badly that she got rid of her entire American Girl doll collection. People, they back in the mid 2000, around to the end of the 2000, around 2012, 13, 14, within that period, they were just bullying her so bad because she was adult and they were calling her old and things like that. It was disgusting. And she got rid of her doll collection and she stopped doing videos on YouTube. As we all know, I also had more than a share of being bullied on YouTube. And I really think bullying, I don't think it comes from people just hating you. I think it just comes from people hating on you because they can't do what you do. I'm already getting paint on my fingers. Love it. Okay, that is perfect. I'm very happy. That's enough paint on her eyelids. So, oops, took it off, put it back on. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry and then I may go ahead and just do one last little coat to make sure it's covered sufficiently, and then I will apply the sealer. So I use two different sealers. Let me double check that. Okay, there it is. These are my sealers. People always ask, what do you use to seal? I use this. I use this here. This is at Hobby Lobby for $8. It's a high gloss varnish. It's by Duraclear High Gloss. So as you can see, Deco Art Americana. These used to be two separate different paint brands, but I don't know if they were owned by the same company or if they just joined in, got bought out. I don't know. And so it tells you on the back, it tells you where. High Gloss, Kentucky. Okay, so this is where it is. It's durable high gloss, non-yellowing finish. So that's very important. High gloss, durable, non-yellowing. And for the matte, because I always put one thin layer of high gloss first, and then I use Folk Art Outdoor Matte Varnish. This is also what we call a durable sealer. Yes, outdoor. So the thing about this is with this thing outdoor, that makes it waterproof. So as you can see here, non-yellowing polyurethane sealer that dries clear with a durable matte finish. It's water-based, non-toxic, indoor-outdoor use on all porous surfaces. So that's important. Indoor-outdoor, non-toxic, and that means it's waterproof and everything. So this is what I've been using now. I've been using both of these sealers since the beginning of my journey doing um, custom American Girl dolls. And that's why my paint work has lasted so many years. People, they still have their American Girl dolls from when I first started. Oh, look at that. See? Perfect match for her skin tone. Add it to the side because like this, the light is glaring off the paint and it's still wet. But it is a perfect match with this particular doll's skin tone. I've always heard before I started doing American Girl dolls, when I used to make my own dolls, and people would do like a 3D sculpted um, handmade doll, they would use like a clay mask that was sculpted and put glue fabric on top of the clay mask or head. And the biggest challenge was creating dolls of a darker skin tone because you would have to use lighter paints to give highlights. Whereas for a much lighter skin tone doll, you would use like um, a diluted paint, mixed with a lot of water to create a shading on a light skin doll. So that was always a challenge for people who made homemade dolls. I'm waiting for this to dry. So it's getting darker as it's drying. So you get to see this in real time. That's the biggest difference when it comes to doing anything live. You're seeing the real time. It's not like a fast skipped through video. You're seeing real time how long it actually takes to do anything. Any creator who's creating content on YouTube, when they actually slow that video down and it lasts a long time, you see the real time. It takes a lot of time to do that. But for this doll, I want the eyelash. I want this to dry before I go further because I need to touch up her eyelash. I don't know what is that, but like I said, I've had this doll for probably 10 years. I'm pretty sure 10 years. She's been in my collection for a very long time because the hair, I don't even see this particular hair anymore. This color, this style. But I knew I wanted her to have, so the reason why I did her hair this color was because my friend Shirley, we changed her hair color. And we took it from black and we gave her a beautiful golden color like honey. And that's what we ended up with. So I was myself, was going through different looks with my hair and stuff. My friend Shirley, I ended up doing her hair as well. So it was always about we created mini-me's. Okay, I take that back. I created our mini-me's. So my friend Shirley, I called this doll Shirley. She was a truly me. And this was Shirley's, because we had dolls, we called them best friends. So we would do our dolls up to like mini versions of us. And oh my God, we used to have teas, and we would go to a beautiful recreation park where in the fall they had one of the barns open as like a little shop of knowledge in the historical sense. And we just loved it. Oh my God, we loved it. All right, so we have plenty of lighting. I'm moving my seat around. Okay. Okay. Oh, glasses. I like these frames. I think when I go, I'm going to get these. When I get my new prescription, I'm going to get these with the non-glare and all of the add-ons. I'm just going to change the lens, but keep these frames. Okay, there we are. So see up close? She has a beautiful match, repainted. I like the matte look, so when it dries, it's matte, of course. But you can see a little bit of this. It's still wet, that little spot. So I have to wait for that to dry. And then I can move forward. The color's perfect. I don't have to mess with that. I'm trying to figure out where to put this. Okay, there we go. Oh, as I was saying, so the new American Girl hair dolls, they are like Cool Clips, Barbie, Christy, and Teresa. Now, I told everyone a year ago, I told everyone, all of my regular viewers, that come later this year, which is now, toward mid this year, American Girl dolls would be looking very Barbie-esque. And so that is now come into play, and that is what you're going to be seeing, because the American Girl dolls, the designers and what have you, they're now at the headquarters of Mattel. So now the brand is combined and connected with American Girl. And also it's part of their doll division all together as one, which means that the people who design American Girl are now collaborating with the doll people, like Barbie or Monster High. So what does that mean? Yeah, it means what you kind of think it is. So like Javi, he designs a lot of Monster High dolls. So when the collector Wicked dolls come and you see the green vinyl and stuff, oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Oops. So the thing is with what I do here, when I designed for VIE, I did not, it's small business and everything. I did not receive compensation. The only thing I got was extra dolls that I could repaint, I could fix up, I could sell myself as part of my own collection, have them hand painted. So you can be a designer and, just play around and do things like that at home. All you need is a computer. Okay. So we are going to use matte varnish. Just a hint. Yes, I'm going ahead and seal her eyelids before I do eyebrows and lips. Normally I wait last, but I want to go ahead and get this done. Because her eyelids were not part of my original demonstration. So I use my brush and I go all the way inside around the socket to make sure I cover the entire part of the doll's closed eyelid. So are y'all excited about the Wicked American Girl dolls? You should be. Now I'm thinking for Alfaba, they'll probably, I think it's possible they use this face mold. And the one is Ariana Grande, I'm thinking Marie Grace. Unless they give us new face sculpts. Now, I am expecting American Girl to come through with new face sculpts in the American Girl dolls. Again, like I said, as I said over a year ago, Barbie is now coming into American Girl. So yes, you're going to see American Girl giving you Barbie-esque looks. And so it needs her own. There we go. That looks good. It's drying. So her eyelash over here, there's something white there. In this area right there. And I don't know what that is, but I'm going to use my high gloss sealer. And I'm actually going to gently touch the eyelash with the high gloss sealer. And that should take care of that. But yeah, before I was doing American Girl, I was making dolls. They were published in Dolls Magazine. And then it was another book. So I've had some of my dolls that I made featured in like 3 doll magazines. And I did have the opportunity to have a whole spread for a homemade doll I made, but I would have to show the pattern. In other words, the pattern won't be available with the magazine and all the details on how to make it. And I was like, oh, that's too much work. I would rather do a video on how I make a doll. And that's what I did. So I didn't go for the widespread in the magazine. I don't know, I kind of regret it now, but oh well. I wasn't trying to be big, or I'm not trying to be YouTube famous. I just enjoy taking my dolls from ordinary to extraordinary. Okay, so there are her eyelids. Her eyelids and her lashes, they are complete. Now they're dry, so they're curing. That way you can see there. Yeah, I have to mix colors, but I'm telling you, I can take these 5 colors here and I can create every color that I need for almost every doll. These 5 colors. And using more or less of one of the other, I'm able to create every shade that I need when it comes to repainting. But those are my 5 main colors. This one's become harder to get, the peony pink. Now, I don't use this color by itself. I'm always mixing it with another color. So now that we've got her looking like a blank canvas, we got her eyelids repaired, in the right color. So thank God. Thank you, God, for my parents. I thank you for this day. God, I pray for bless this day in Jesus' name. Amen. Yes, I believe in prayer, and I had to say my prayer for today. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do that. I'm not like, I don't believe in forcing my thoughts and beliefs on other people. With that being said, my religion has nothing to do with politics, and I don't judge anyone because you can pray, but I don't believe in people who have a prayer life and they throw their beliefs on other people, or put religion and politics together. I don't do that. Not at all. And I don't get into other people's personal business. Alright, so now I'm going to start doing my mix to do her eyebrows, and that is with this brush. So yesterday, if you were watching live, I had to cut most of the bristles off on this brush so we could get a extra thin bristles so we can do those hairlines like I did with Peaches and Cream. I repainted her, but her eyebrows didn't look right, and then I was like, why is the paint not sticking? The paint wasn't sticking because the brush had just been used so much. It was no longer capable of giving me what I needed. So I'm mixing water in my brush. I mean, yeah, in my brush with my paints. But I'm also thinking, no, that's not gonna work. It looks too much like her skin tone. So I'm gonna have to mix a whole different batch. Okay, we're gonna use our chocolate brown, which would be great, but for some reason this formula doesn't bond and stick to the doll's vinyl the way I want it to. I don't know, let me try it and see. But see, what I don't like about this color is it has a sort of a reddish base, like a burnt sienna. Burnt sienna. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, so forgive me. I am Southern, honey. First things are first. I'm from the South. No, not Florida South, not South Carolina or Georgia South, but somewhere in between Virginia and South Carolina. Okay. Okay, not bad. Okay, yeah. That's working. Oh, I'm loving it. Oh, honey, yes, make me happy. Oh, this is going wonderful. That's what it was. I had to throw out the other brush and use a new one. So it's going on very lightly, as you can see. As it dries, it gets darker. Remember that. Acrylic paint gets darker as it dries. But if you use paint pencils, I know that Omar, he does a lot of Instagram. I don't think he does YouTube content. I don't know, but I know he's on Instagram and he uses the pencils. Oh my God, absolutely talented with what he does with those pencils. I cannot do what he does with those paint pencils because this is what I'm used to. I'm used to doing, I'm used to where, I started with acrylic paint. That's what I started with on canvas. That's what I started with painting and then with American Girl. So it's like, I don't know, it's okay sometimes to use a pencil to do some eyebrow stuff, but as a baseline, but I can't do what Omar does. Omar's abilities are his and his alone. He started with pencils, from my understanding, so he wears that crown very well. Let me think. I think his Instagram channel is, oh my God, something killers. It changed. He changed it over the past several months for a while now. Killers dolls or something like that. Not like it's like KALLAZ dolls on Instagram. He does really good work. He's such a sweetheart. Now I love it. He's of course he's much younger than I am, and he does incredible work. I love what he does with a pencil. Now he gives his dolls like a sort of like a look with brats. He does the piercings and all of these things. Oh, she's got her eyebrow. Oh my gosh. It's gonna look so pretty when it's done. I like that. So, I really like that. Oh, thank goodness. I knew it. I knew I should have redid the brush. That's one thing about my brushes. You know, they're good quality, but Your brushes don't last, they only last you so long. And these are good quality. They were inexpensive. Some can be very expensive. But I have to get ones that are stated for acrylic. Now, I'm debating because I don't know if I'm going to give her little lashes. I think if I do, I think I am, yeah. We're going to keep it cute and subtle. So I'm not going to go over dramatic with it. I want to keep it, like I said, cute. What I mean by cute is like an expression where it's not over dramatic. So I'm using a nice lighter, match your eyebrows. Start it off like that. Because it'll give her a 3D effect. Laura, if you're watching, oh my God, I was so happy talking with you last night. It was wonderful. You're such a sweetheart. Girl, I'm so happy you and your husband are doing well. Now, Laura, she has been, oh my goodness, she's been with me for years, 10 years. And, you know, she has a lot of dolls repainted by me. Now, like I said, I do not repaint dolls for general public anymore. I no longer do that. I used to some years ago, but after the 2003 incidents, that's it. I closed up my circle, made it smaller. Okay, we're gonna zoom in a little. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna lift up. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see the brush strokes, but they're very fine and they're very thin. And what helps me decide the shape of the eyebrow is the sculpting of the actual doll, because it's like it has its little hidden sculpt to do the eyebrows. Oh, what a difference since I switched my brush. Okay, so I have to turn her around, take some of that off. Okay. Now, and for, I have dolls all different skin tones, colors. That's America. And so I believe in having dolls that represent all the people that we see in in our country. So I do like to have dolls of different skin tones. Even though most of my dolls are like my skin color, it's because I turned them into looking like little mini me's, but with different hair colors and stuff. But, you know, buy what you collect. Buy what you love, and you will love your collection. Wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe just switching out a different brush, how much better this looks. I like that. Okay, so this hair color, even though it blends with her skin tone, it gives me a nice base. So now I can come in and mix a different color. Alright, I'm adding a little more water into my paint. Keep it wet, keep it fresh. My sister in Christ, Hope, she does reborn dolls. She actually designs the sculpts for reborn doll heads, arms, legs, bodies. And I do not know what her name I forgot the name of her dolls. And no, I do not do reborn dolls. That's just not my forte. That's not my gift right there. That's I can't do it all with that realism. Absolutely not. I have a cousin who had a child who became well, that passed, and I just couldn't do baby dolls to look like that, to look like real children. Alright, so now I'm going to add a little bit of our ebony black in with this color. Just one drop. Believe me, with it, you don't even need the whole drop. So yeah, ink can last a very long time. That one little bit changed, gave us a whole new color altogether. It's very relaxing, very relaxing. So another thing I love about doing this is when I'm doing this, it's like when I am actually playing with my dolls. I'm not thinking of anything. There's nothing. I only focus on this. And yeah, you have to get into a state of mind when you are repainting a doll, or if you're even an artist who does canvas. It's just soothing. So, dolls on my canvas. Again, like I said, if this is something you would like to try and do, I recommend going to eBay, and you can get American Girl dolls at a very affordable price. Very affordable. Used ones. Get them, clean them up, wash them, clean them, and, you know, have fun. Create your own style, create your own look, and see where it takes you. The more you practice, the better you get, I promise. Because Brandon, he was the first person I ever did dolls for. And oh my god, I look at my old videos and I see the work I used to do when I started on American Girl. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, you can send your doll to me. I'll repaint it free for you. It's okay. I'll repaint it again. Okay, so we have a beautiful natural flow eyebrow. So Brandon knows that. I told Brandon, I said, Brandon, you can send me your old dolls. Send me your dolls I did for you way back when. Send them. I will repaint them, redo them. But I remember his dolls. They were from Pleasant Company. Yeah, I remember the early videos. I didn't even get to do videos of all the dolls because people wanted their doll to be made over, and they went to eBay. And so many of the dolls I received, like Kirsten's and Samantha's and Felicity's, all of them were Pleasant Company. And now people are trying to get Pleasant Company dolls. And yeah, I did a lot. They had the white fabric body, and people are now they're after those collectors. Oh my god, the paint, that did so much better. Oh, How did I not figure that out when I was painting the last few dolls? That I needed to update my brush. As long as I've been doing, I should have caught on. I don't know why I didn't. I missed that, but okay, we're good now, so that's what matters. Yes, beautiful, very natural. So I'm going over because the more layers I add, the darker they get. And that's what I'm doing. I'm giving it more definition. I also want to take time to say thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you for the viewers. For all of you taking time and that enjoy watching me do what I do. I thank you. It's nice to have people watch and appreciate what you do. You know, my hobby, my style. I want the eyebrows to be realistic. Not too realistic, but you get what I'm saying? More realism to it. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here. We're going to grab a Q-tip, dip a little acetone, remove just a little bit of this. Once you develop your style, don't worry. You will continue to improve, but you will have your unique painting style and skill. And that's the beauty of it. And as time progresses, you will improve. Now, what's so great about painting American Girl dolls and not of cheaper versions? The quality of the vinyl. The vinyl of American Girl is this quality of vinyl. The quality is impeccable. The brush, the paint, it just glides on high quality vinyl. It's just no other like it. You know what? I did not do the lighter ones. Okay, I was looking at the eyelashes. Okay. Because when I do this on our generation dolls, it's the vinyl. Ugh. Those are good dolls on a budget, yes, but the quality is nowhere near this. Now, if our generation brand Batat, if they invested more money to create better vinyl dolls, then yes, they could absolutely make the dolls even more severe competition for American Girl. I mean, if they went up on their prices like $5, and I'm talking about our generation dolls, and they did better quality vinyl, yeah, they would definitely give American Girl a run for their money. They already do, because the doll's hair is rooted and it offers more hair play. Okay, I like that. So as this dries, it's the same color almost as her eyebrows, but I'm doing subtle eyelashes. I love the brows. These brows go so beautifully with her face. Absolutely, I love it. So, like I said, I was going for natural, you know, realistic natural. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm coming back in. A wet brush. I'm going to take a little more of this ebony black. We're going to mix it in with this. So, my secret to keeping my paint wet, I'm consistently dipping my brush into water and applying droplets. When I say droplets, I think of Jenny. Jenny, I love her. She's in Canada, and she, her cat Muffy loves to drink out of the sink, so she'll do the sink where little droplets will come in, and her cat, I just go in there and just drink the little droplets at the bathroom sink. It's adorable. I love talking with her video chat because I love looking at her cat. I love looking at her dog collection. She's such an amazing, talented artist. Now, the problem is, though, when you're a doll artist like this, it can cause arthritis in your hands. And that comes with it, so that's why I'm not consistent. I have to put space out. Now, I am being consistent right now because, you know, I have surgery next week. Oh God, it's not even, I don't even have a week. I have days. And I'm trying to repaint these dolls I had sitting around because I want to enjoy looking at them as I'm recovering. Okay. Alright, there. Yeah. I just went slightly dramatic, but I promise when she's up, that way I did the lashes shorter, then they got longer and thicker to this area. It's gonna look really good. It's gonna give her that's gonna give her a little glam. I mean, after all, you're gonna see a lot more glam with American Girl. Trust me, you'll see. And like I said, upcoming outfits and all of that, you can expect beautiful shades of pinks and things like that. So right now, with the new Truly Me extension of the new dolls with the super hair, yeah, it's hair clips, Barbie reinvented as an American Girl. Cool clips, Barbie reincarnated as an American Girl doll. Yeah. So, but there it is. You got your Truly Me's looking like Barbies now. La 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 la. Have fun with those. I can't wait. I am told I'm receiving, I got a blonde on the way. Well, she hasn't shipped yet from my understanding. They're waiting for other people who do content they will get their dolls first. My dolls from American Girl are specifically hand selected for me, not randomly chosen, which I'm grateful. Okay, that looks good. I'm noticing up in here, we need to go just a little bit higher. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm doing it. She's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. Because my brush is absolutely doing, oh god, it's perfect. So I'm getting a little happy with my paint and my lashes. But she's going to look amazing, amazing. Okay, so I do different lengths, different layers, of course. Oh my god, oh yeah, this is gorgeous. I love it. She's so pretty. So down south, like my mom, her sisters, they get together. They look alike, they talk alike, they sound alike. And my cousin, her daughter, her children, when they saw my mom and, and her sisters, they saw their nana and with her sisters together. When those three little kids come in, those little boys, they said, "Oh my God, Mama, there are three nanas. There are three nanas in there." Because my mom and her sisters they look so much alike. They talk alike. They look alike. And, their hair is slightly different colors, but those kids saw their faces and they were livid. They were like, "Oh my God, we have three nanas. There are three nanas in there. Oh my God, where they come from?" It was hilarious. Me and my cousins were laughing so hard. It was a beautiful experience. My cousin, I'm not using full names, but my cousin Denise and Sam, they did such an amazing job for their mom's birthday that year. Anyway, they didn't invite us back. But that was the first and last time, which is sad because our mothers, when we were children, our mothers raised us not to be like cousins, but to be like sisters. And then, so it was kind of like, you had brothers and sisters that you didn't have at home. But when you got together, yeah, they raised us to be like more, not like cousins, but more like brother, all of us, brother. That's like the whole clan together, brothers and sisters. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. They did. They got together. They tried to give us a wonderful childhood as children. So yeah, my cousin Sam. When I think of her, I think of strawberry shortcake. My cousin Denise. Honestly, I can't think of a doll with her because I don't know. I don't. She wasn't. She's slightly older than me and Sam, and you know, we were all of us were like, our moms were literally pregnant at the same time. We were born months away from each other, so I don't know. I think they did it on purpose so that we would all grow up together, which we did. It was wonderful, but after my grandmother passed, everybody just went on their own and did their own thing. But I never stopped playing with dolls, so I don't consider myself as a doll collector. I just never stopped playing with dolls. Dolls have been my mechanism tool to help with anxiety and depression, um, which are extreme battles of the mind. And so I've had my doctor therapist for 10 years. Yeah, Mary's been with me 10 years. And That's one thing we talk about. Okay, so we've got her eyebrows. Oh, sorry, I'll turn around this way. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you a full look, better look. So this is the color blend. These are the colors I blended together, and I only used two colors, two or three colors, but I created about 6 different colors. But this is what we've got to go with her skin tone. So it works. I love what I do. I love the eyebrows. I love the lashes because when her eyes are open, it's just beautiful. This is my favorite sculpt for the darker skin American Girl dolls. I love this face mode for this particular skin tone. It's my favorite. So we all have our favorites. But yeah, this one's my favorite for this skin tone. I love the way it paints and does. Now, I do like the Addy face, but for some reason, the original, um, the classic American Girl faces are no longer my favorites. I absolutely loathe the classic American Girl face. It's the one I like the least because I don't like the cheeks. The cheeks are too low. She's got jowls, and her nose is a snout. And that's why the original classic American Girl face is my least favorite. Now, that's speaking like on as, when I look at the other, I love the newer dolls. Now, I'm going to have to probably pull up some red because I'm mixing. Can y'all see that? Yeah, you can see it. We are mixing up some colors, but I love the Joss face. I love Nanea's face, and I love that they're coming in different skin tones and colors. I love Corinne, because Corinne and Moana have the same face sculpt. Marie Grace, of course. I'm so happy to see that in different skin tones and eye colors. Um, as I'm looking over my collection, yeah. So for me, the best alternative of the newer dolls when it comes to the Josefina face. So with Josefina, you got Julie, Josefina, Julie, and Rebecca. Those are originals. They have the same face sculpt. I feel that the Nanea face sculpt in lighter skin tones and different skin tones replaces that particular face. For me, I would rather have that one. So, everyone, we all have our favorites. Pick and choose what you love most. But that's just me personally. Okay, I'm gonna have to blend a little red, and I'm gonna have to blend a little of the dark chocolate. So I'm using drops because I'm having to create her lip color now. And I have to do something that's gonna be more natural and go with her skin tone. So we're gonna take a splash of this. Pull out my brush. Okay, a little splash of these two and that. Yeah, my brush is wet. Because remember, this is a darker skin tone. A little bit of this. I don't want it to be like too much. So I'm having to play around with this. I think I might have the color I need right here. It's a bit like a wine, and it's going to dry darker. I think I like this color. I think that's going to look good. Now I'm going to play around with this, and we will see what I get. Alright, so, alright, we're coming down in here. Okay, that's too much paint on the brush. Alright, let's clean it. Now also remember, I'm using a round fluorescent ring light. So the coloring that you're going to see is not the actual color. But at the end of the video, I will stand it all up and I will remove the lighting from the ring light and show you the difference with and without the ring light. It's okay, I got a little paint on a tooth. It's still wet, so that would be an easy fix for me. I want to give her a nice full lip. Okay, so to remove that, I'm just simply going to remove the paint off my brush, go in, and simply wipe it off her tooth. That's it. There. Now I'm going to let that dry. It's going to have a very translucent look, but that's fine. Like I said, it's easier to add paint in thin layers than it is to just add one big thick layer, and then you have to remove the entire lip. So if you do nice thin layers, you're able to achieve the desired look. Now I'm coming back in, I'm using a little bit of thicker paint. I'm hiccuping, it's because I haven't eaten nothing yet. So now I'm coming back in. Yeah. I like this. I like that. I like that. Oh, and I'm going to use that color. Same little color. Go right in here. Very little. There. Very subtle. I like, that's going to look good. So, I'm pushing that up. Don't worry. And when I take the fluorescent light off, you will see what an amazing difference it is with the color, but in order for me to see high definition detail, I have to have a bright light shining on the surface of what I'm painting. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I'm looking underneath the bottom part of her lip. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Alright. I literally stopped breathing. Now I'm going to take a little pink. We're going to play around with what's left in this. There we go. A little bit of pink. Do that. Okay. Mix it all in together. Lighter wine. Now, I do not do those little bitty lines on the lips. To me, it makes the lips look like they're chapped, like dried out. Like, oh my God, girl, you need some chapstick, sister. You need some Vaseline on your lips. So I don't do that. I've done it, but I don't like it. So I'm gently using a lighter color to go in this area. to give her lip color a nice little definition. Yes. Okay, I like that. Okay. This is cute. Well, it's going to be when it dries. Oh, wow. That's going to look good what she's wearing. Okay. Let's see how that looks as it dries. So, this is what I call marinating at the moment. I'll go over here. Okay, take this brush. Oh, I need to clean these. So I'm going to clean up a few brushes. But also, I'm going to take these and put these into this paint that's drying. So that way they won't move and they'll be stuck in there. Perfect. Oh gosh, let me zoom out. There we go. And focus on her. So as you can see the paint drying, it's getting darker. You notice that? So that is the thing about acrylic paint. You have to get familiarized with it. But if you paint with paint pencils, you pretty much get the color that you're needing. So I can see why some people use them. I have not, which I'm okay with that. I wouldn't mind having some, but I do feel like I do better with acrylics. It's really about if you know how to mix paints to get the colors that you want. For me, it just comes by instinct. It's not like a pre-planned type thing. I'm just used to working with acrylics and mixing and blending and creating different colors with different skin tones. So I know how to just come up with the right colors, but also blending. So you see the color palettes and all the different colors and shades I created using just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, yeah, I've only used 5 colors right now to create all of these and to create the different tones. That also helps you not have like a case of acrylic paints when you do custom blendings. Okay, so we got our brushes cleaned off here so they can look pretty. Ooh. Okay, so there's how her lips are drying. Now, remember this is a fluorescent light, so when I take it off fluorescent lighting, remember I did a lighter pink, but you see because I liquefied it, it made it more translucent. As this dries, it does get darker and it blends. It goes great with her skin tone. It really does. Okay, I have to create a collar to do her French mani and pedi. And let me see. I think I'm going to go with this color I did on her lip this last time, but I'm going to mix a little bit of sable brown. And what brush is better for her nails? This one. Why is that brush looking all spoofed out? Oh, because it's a white brush. Okay. I need to figure out what brush is best to do the pedicure and manicure. Because it looks like I cut out my other one. That's okay, that's okay. Oh, oh god, I'm gonna have to cut that. Oh, absolutely. Definitely. Scissors. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm doing a custom brush. That's perfect for the manicure and pedicure. Alright. Now blend. And I'm pulling the paint toward the center. Oh yeah, this is gonna go good with her skin color. Absolutely. Okay, perfect. So, as you can see, her lips are drying. And it goes great with her skin tone. So see that pink I did? See how it dried and blended right in with that to get definition on the bottom lip? Hello! That's what happens when you've been doing this long as I have. I'm ancient, darling. Ancient. Okay, slide my paints over here over because she needs a little more headspace. That's fine. Oops, I knocked the bottle over, but that's okay. She needs to breathe, breathe. I think this is still too thick. The brush is too... Oh, okay, it's working. It's giving. Okay, now remember, that's going to get darker as it dries. But we're going with the natural nail color. And so, for my lighter skin dolls, doesn't work out the same color. So, alright girlfriend, need you to stand up for me. Actually, I'm going to go with the other brush to be on the safe side. This one. Okay, the other one was definitely giving us a lot more in one coating. Maybe I should go back to the other one. Oh yeah, yeah, this is, yeah. Okay girl, stand up for me, stand up. I think she got carried away. Now she's excited. Because she's like, I've been watching you paint all those other dolls. And you finally got to me to take me from ordinary to extraordinary. And she's probably like, it's about damn time. I got that from that Lizzo song. Alright, can we see her footsies? Yeah, we see her footsies. Alright, let's get her footsies. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's drying. So see, as it dries, it's darker. And it's a good base to do French tip manicure and pedicure. Absolutely. Going over her toes a little bit more. There we go. This makes me remember when I was a little girl and I got to pick out my first doll. I was probably 3 years old. And my parents were letting me pick out my first doll. I don't know, store or nothing like that. I remember holding this rag doll and my mom telling the story about it because I chose a black rag doll. And it wasn't like a Raggedy Ann. It was something like that. It was kind of like a Black Holly Hobby type doll, but it wasn't Holly Hobby because it was not that time period. I was not in the 70s, but we were in the country. We lived in the country. My parents were together. My biological parents were together, and my my mom said my dad had a fit. He tried to get me to get the lighter skin doll, and I cried and cried because I didn't want that doll. I wanted the doll of color. I wanted the black doll, the rag doll. And so I ended up getting her. I had her. That was fun. And my mama said I took that doll everywhere when I was like 3 years old. My mom said I took that doll around so much, she started coming apart. Because I took her outside, I took her car rides, trips, family, all of it. And until she was no longer, I slept with the doll, took her everywhere until she come apart. And that was my first ever doll ever picked. I still remember the first black Barbie I ever saw. I was in school and she had a Steffi face mold. One of the girls in class bought it. We were going on a field trip, and she brought her older sister. Her older sister gave her old Barbies, and it was a Pink and Pretty Christie, dressed in this pantsuit where it was a white top, black pants, and oh my God, I had never saw a black Barbie before, and I thought she was the most beautiful Barbie I'd ever seen. Because I was in shock. I did not know they made black Barbies. Remember, I was very little, so I didn't know. Oh, when I got to see that doll, I loved it. I wanted one so bad because I wanted to pretend like she was Whitney Houston. And I do. I do have my first black Barbie. I still have her. And I've had her since I was a teenager. Mm, not quite a teenager, but it's like your preteen or whatever. Okay, let's look at this lip color up close. Turn this back around. Okay, so this is going to look very different when I take off my ring light, which is fluorescent. Thank you, American Girl, for getting the fabric dyed to match the doll's skin color today, because this girl, back in the day, this is what they did. This was what we call the medium skin. Um, like, oh my gosh, where is she? Oh, there she is. I can show you as an example. Yeah, that's it. So I'd rather get my first one. I've had her since 2012. Where is she? Where did I put her? Is she in here? I'm looking over here at all of my American Girl dolls. No, that's not her. Okay, where did I put her? So she is in here somewhere, and she's hiding from me. Yeah, she's probably like, you're not paying me no more. Um, let me see here. No, that's it. I didn't. Oh, there she is. There you are. Oh, she's got coconut on. Okay, she's got pajamas on. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Her limbs are so loose. So, I've had this American Girl doll here since 2012. This was how I painted the dolls back then. As you can see, same skin color as her. This was medium skin tone. This was a very popular style. So, see, they did the darker skin dolls with the same fabric. This was medium skin tone. So you see it doesn't match. Now, more recently, they started where they now have a darker fabric for the darker dolls. Because Addie even had this color body. But I've had her since 2012. There it is on the bottom of her foot. Look at that. Oh my god, it's some bled. Yeah, it's bled into her vinyl 2012. And so I've had her the longest. Yeah, this was truly me. Everyone called her Skylar because of Sarah from Steven's World of Dancer. And because of her, we all got this particular doll. Wow, look at the manicure. I did that. I did her 12. Oh my god, what is this? 12, 12, 20. Oh my god, 13 years ago. Wow. Yeah, so this is her paintwork from 13 years ago. Yes, no, I'm not getting rid of her. I've had her the longest. And this is her hair. Now this is synthetic hair extensions, but these are ones that were ordered for me because it doesn't have the little short hairs in it. It's all long hair, and it's super thick. So I've had her for 13 years. Wow. I love her, love her, love her. She's still one of my faves, and that's why I still got her. Okay, girl, I'm putting you back. They stick you right here beside that guy who got me. Okay, you look good, girl. Yeah. Go have fun over there. Okay, so I had to pass a little time so that could dry, and then I can do her tips. Oh, it was the white paint that fell. Okay. Now we're going to take a little titanium white. Just one drop. And what I'm going to do is, oh, I need another napkin. Okay, there we go. Okay, I need some more brush cleaner. Yeah, so I twist like this to get the cleanser inside, deep inside, in between all of those bristles that are close up to where the brush is done, to get that paint out. And then I shake it into the water. And then wipe it off on the paper towel and then twist. Go back into the water and do that. So when your brush is separated like that, that's because there's more paint down in between those bristles. And you have to go dipping and twisting again. Twist, 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 twist. Okay, so I'm going to dip her in a little acetone and twist. And then I'm going to come back into this. Okay, that should do it. Yep, so now you see the bristles are all close together. I got all of the paint out of it. And ta-da, I can do it into a nice point. And now I'm going to cap it off. And put her back in her drawer. Alright. So I'm going to use a different brush. I have to pull out another whole brush. I'm going to use this one. And what I'm going to do is, I don't want her tips to be all completely white. So I'm taking titanium white, I'm pulling it over here. Now I'm going to pull some of this, of what I can. Mix it in. Trust me. Trust the process. I'm giving you top secret stuff here. Okay, now it's a different shade of white, but it's okay because with her skin tone, like I said, painting darker skin dolls gives you darker results. Watch. It still looks white. Okay, I brought out the zoom in for you. There. See that? It still looks like it's bright, but it looks like a bright white. Not. Now you can see up close. It's right here. That's the color. That's a titanium white. And I took a little bit of this on the base of the nail, mix it into titanium white, and look how white it looks on her nail tips. No, you did not learn this overnight, but you are getting a shortcut from my tutorial video. If you are new, please do subscribe. And of course, as you see that little button says top fan, tips are absolutely appreciated. It definitely has to supply the paintbrushes, the paints, the sealers, also equipment, because these ring lights, they don't last but so long. And then you have to replace them. Okay, now that is done. Now for her footsies. So see how good that blended? The base coat for her pedicure look. Now she's got perfect little toesies. Okay. Put that cord behind that knob. Okay. Now, zoom out. There we go. Clean our brush. I need more than that. What is, okay, I need some more. Alright, that got clean. Okay, done with that one. Okay, that's not the top. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. Now, that's it. Now we're going to start doing sealer. So we are ready for sealers. I need to move the acetone over there, out of the way. Okay, this one, okay, these are clean and done. I don't need to reuse this again. So now I can top it off and put it back up in my paint jar as we get ready for sealer. And I'm going to be using this brush for the sealer. Oh, okay, I can put that back in. Okay, we can put this one back in. So we will start with our high gloss sealer. Okay. I'm going to dampen my brush. Now I go into my sealer. Which, hold on, I can see the brushes are separated at the end. I need to clean them more down deep in there. Get all in there with the brush cleaner. Okay. Okay. Now I'm not going to keep her lips glossy. I just use this as an extra sealer because I put the matte sealer on top of my gloss. I think I'm gonna let her have a matte, complete matte, no shine type of face paint. Alright, so now we're doing her nails. Nice high shine gloss manicure and pedicure. Oops, I accidentally just wiped off some of her gloss. Where was it? Okay, here we just touch them all up. That way we know we got the right one. There. Okay. Now we're going to zoom out and back in a little bit. Okay, there. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to dip my brush in water, and now I'm going to dip it in brush cleaner and remove all of the gloss sealer. So while this is setting, we are going to use a smaller brush, put sealer into the corners of our eyes. Wait, we need to retouch that color because, let me see that color. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, we're going to do a little gloss on that. Let me use this brush. Perfect. Okay, add some gloss sealer. And go into the corner. Right there. And right there. Perfect. That is the only part of the eyes that would be glossed. The rest of this is going to get a matte sealer. I'm making sure it has enough time in between so that the matte sealer will bond. So I have to let the gloss sealer really get like where it's kind of like dry. But it doesn't become 100% dry. It takes 24 to 48 hours to be completely cured, set, dried, and permanent. So yeah, it takes about 2 days for it to be all set and permanent, because the paint has to be well 100% dry and bonded, and as well as the sealers, because I apply a medium. I don't do a very thin layer of sealer, and I don't do extremely thick, so I'm in between to give a nice medium amount of sealer. It's fully covered, yes, but you don't want it. It's just when you're dealing with acrylic paints and then with your sealers, there is a right and wrong way to do it. It comes with knowing how to blend. It comes with knowing how to dilute it at the perfect balance, and to be able to apply it on any surface. You want a nice smooth consistency, but also as each and every one of us are individually different and unique, so are our painting techniques. No one paints the same. We all use different techniques. Some people are heavier handed than others, and so you have to train your hands to be steady and to be able to not be heavy-handed but not be too light at the perfect consistency. This is art, like literally it's art. Knowing how to do this does not come overnight. It doesn't come in a week. I have been doing this on my YouTube channel since 2009, and I'm still improving my technique. So it is really being consistent and patient, and also being willing to learn. Always having your mind open so that you're able to be able to continuously update your skill. Don't get stuck in place. Don't get too comfortable with what you do. Alright, so now we got this paint. As you can see, the lips. Now, when I cut off the light, it's going to look different. I'm not doing it yet. That's at the end of the video. So now I'm going to take my matte sealer, which removes all the shine. I'm not going to let her have glossy lips. I'm going to give her all no shine. But this is also in waterproof, non-yellowing sealer, because it not just gives me the texture that I want in my particular paintwork, but it prevents my paintwork from fading, from changing color over time. My paintwork will last longer than the doll's skin tone, because their skin tone vinyl, it will fade and change color depending on how you display or play with your doll over time. But this ensures that my paintwork will last longer than my lifetime. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm applying matte sealer on top of the gloss sealer. And now I'm coming in and getting rid of the gloss. Well, I'm not getting rid of it, but I'm capping it off, topping it, so that it can be matte sealer. And so yeah, we're adding extra sealing, protective, so that there will be no shine. No, I'm not applying the matte sealer on her inside the mouth. I'm going to let the teeth and the inner part remain glossy. And so, me as a doll artist, I don't have inspirations or aspirations. I don't have an idea or an inspiration of what I'm going for when I'm painting a doll. I just simply grab the colors that I know I'm going to use, and I just do everything. I wing it. Nothing is pre-planned. It's just simply winging it, to be honest. Okay, so you can see the shine is going away, and it makes it look like it's done from the factory. And now we just wait for it to fully dry. Okay. Great, really? I need more brush cleaner. Okay. But otherwise, her paintwork is done. The sealing is done. as you can see with the new American Girl dolls, they look like something I designed. They're very Barbie-esque. And you're welcome. Now, the historicals, the deluxe historicals, they're going to say the same. They're not going to do those. They're going to keep those so that way people can see basically the progress of the American Girl brand from 1986 to 2025 and moving forward. Okay. Things are still wet. It's shine. So I'm going to get all of this out of the way. And, oh, I forgot the blushing. Of course, how can I forget the blushing, right? Let me see, here we go. I can grab one of these. Okay, that is one. Alright. Okay. Yes, you will see me pay tribute to people who do what I started. But you will never really see them pay tribute to me who started the trend. My moderator even discusses that with me. How come they don't never mention you? How come they never said talk about you being the original or this or that? What can I say? I have no explanation for that whatsoever. Okay, so I'm not doing lower lashes on her. We're going to stand her up. I'm going to redirect my angle of my light, well, my cell phone. Let me take, okay. Let me see that. Go up and down. Okay. Like magic, right? Okay. So this is how she looks under bright lighting. Now, I'm going to lower it. And now we're going to take it off. And that's how she looks in actual person. That's a big difference, isn't it? Okay, I think she needs a little bit lighting more than that, but let me see if I turn her this way. Okay. And her manicure. And her pedicure. Now, I'm going to turn the light on to my cell phone. And so that's how it looks in the bright lighting. Now, I'm going to move my ring light out of my way. And now I'm going to take it off. Now we're going to move her. And I'm going into my lighting here, there. So, that is how she looks in person. Going on the eyebrows, the lip color. And here's my kitchen light. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, there. So it's a soft look. So we'll see what we can do with our pictures. Do I have a setting on this thing? I'm wondering if it's using a type of filter. To me it looks cloudy. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's it. I guess it still looks different. It depends on your cell phone or camera. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the lighting back on my ring light, and I'm going to dim it as much as possible. Okay, turn it down, turn it down. Okay, so pull her back over to ring light. Okay, we'll take her back away. Alright. So that's with the ring light. Now, one thing you have to take into consideration is the sealers are still not sealed. So this is going to look different in 24 hours. So I wanted to give her kind of like a semi-natural glam. So the lashes is what gives her more glam. The lip color, we went more natural. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I don't know, is that powder on? I'm gonna let this dry, get her dressed, and then I will do a video short of her. And then you will see the difference. So, give me probably Monday. If I can do it tonight, I will. But in the meantime, thank you all for viewing. Thank you all for being here. And I hope you enjoy your weekend and stay safe.